Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Chrissy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In today's movie review, this is going to be a movie review on the 2007 musical horror slasher film, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. So, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street is made by Warner Brothers and DreamWorks, and of course the movie is directed by Tim Burton and stars Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, and also starring Alan Rickman as well. So the story of the story of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street is about this: evil Judge Turpin, Alan Rickman, lusts for the beautiful wife of a London barber, and transports him to Australia for a crime he did not commit. Returning after 15 years and calling himself Sweeney Todd, the now madman vows revenge, applying his razor to unlucky customers and shutting the bodies down to Mrs. Lovett, who uses them in her meat pie shop. Though many fall to his blade, he will not be satisfied until he slits Turpin's throat. Yeah, so that's the story of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. So, what do I think of it? Like, I remember seeing trailers and previews for this film, including like a little behind the scenes documentary on how they made this film, and so I watched the whole thing on Paramount Plus yesterday. Yeah, I watched it on Paramount Plus yesterday and last night. And I'm gonna have to say, I can probably say Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, I actually really liked. I thought it was a great film from 2007. Yeah, this movie first came out in late 2007, and then in the United Kingdom, it was released in 2008. But since this is considered a 2007 film in the first place, this is gonna be this is a 2007 film, and I also like how this film was directed by Tim Burton, and the way Tim Burton shot this film, he did a great job directing this film. And even the music score itself, the music score, usually Tim Burton does collaborations with Danny Elfman in most of his films, but for Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Danny Elfman was never involved with this, because it was actually another music composer that composed the music for this film. And even a long time ago, when I saw previews for this film, I also like back at the time, I also didn't know that Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street was not only a horror film, like a slasher film, but it was also a musical too. Like at the time back then when I was little, I didn't know Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street was not only a horror film but also a musical. And when I watched it, I thought it was pretty interesting how this movie plays out as not only a horror film but also a musical too. Like the musical numbers and songs in this film, the songs in this film were actually really good, and they're actually well acted and well performed too. And since this movie's a slasher horror film, you're also gonna get lots of blood here, because that's what makes this film R-rated. And of course, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street is like the most recent horror film I ever watched. And what makes this film R-rated, there's many reasons, because this movie plays out as like a horror film, not just a musical. And there are some times where it does get very sad, and most times it does get very sad, and also at most times it does get very spooky as well, like many spooky and scary parts here and there. And of course it also gets really bloody too, like how much blood there is, and some of you guys may make some of you guys sick or something like that. It might tickle your throat a little bit, like because of how much blood there really is. But for me, I handled it well, since I like horror movies now, and like I said, and I love Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Like, Tim Burton does a great job directing this film, and oh yeah, and the acting itself, it's got very talented actors like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is awesome in this film as Sweeney Todd, and yeah, Johnny Depp did a great job playing Sweeney Todd. And Helena Bonham Carter, she does a great job in this film too. Like, she and Johnny Depp had previously worked on other Tim Burton films. Like, they both also worked on the stop animated film Corpse Bride, and they also worked on the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 2005 Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp himself as Willy Wonka. Oh yeah, and plus, both those films were also made by Warner Brothers as well. Warner Brothers made Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street as well, and the live action DreamWorks made this film too. Like usually DreamWorks doesn't really make that much horror films, but for their live action studio, they sometimes make horror films. Like the other horror film that DreamWorks made back in 2002 was The Ring, and I loved The Ring. And yeah, and the late Alan Rickman, who was in this film, like he did a great job in this film. And yeah, so overall, Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street was a great and spooky film from 2007, directed by Tim Burton. And I'm gonna give Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely one of the best films of 2007. Yeah, I will say, but one of the best films in 2007. Because I remember from what I heard, I know Paranormal Activity also first came out in 2007, but that was at some sort of film festival before it was officially released worldwide in 2009. But me and Ashley, my cousin Ashley, liked the first Paranormal Activity, and yeah. So yeah, if you like musicals and if you like horror films like I do, and if you haven't watched Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, it's streaming on Paramount Plus right now. But if you haven't seen Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street yet, then I say give it a watch. I loved it. But if you're not a fan of these types of horror films, because of, like I mentioned, like how much blood there really was, like how it gets really gory and bloody, then it's fine with me. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.